angels, welcome to my channel. So we're going to be looking at what is restricting you from receiving your abundance right now. So please subscribe, like and comment. This is a picker card, so timestamps are going to be in the comments and in the description. We're going to jump straight in. So we're doing 3 decks today. Deck 1 is this one, the Everyday Tarot. Pile 2, the Cosmic Cycles Tarot, and pile 3, the Modern Witch Tarot. So use your intuition to pick a deck, whichever deck is calling towards you. Pause the video if you guys need more time. Pile 1, let's go ahead and get started with your messages. So I'm going to be picking through a bunch of decks. So let's take a second to just channel in. Now, honestly, firstly, I'm seeing like a whole bunch of pinks and purples swirling in my vision. So, you know, this is a very intuitive time for you. This is a very restoring time for you. I feel like some of you have a very big gift of spirituality, psychic sense. Now you pick the Everyday Witch Tarot, so you may be an everyday witch, you may be a witch in general, maybe you're just connected towards your spirituality. But a big part of you releasing the restrictions to what is restricting your abundance, pile 1, is restoring love and compassion back to yourself and for everything that you do. So I don't feel like you're like a love witch or you're very big on love. Some of you are, but I get it's this vibe of like you are neither or. You know who I get for your pile? Persephone. Persephone may be a deity that you want to work with. You know, she represents a lot of light and dark, right? She has the underworld, but she also has springtime. So for a lot of you, I feel like you are actually really good at manifesting what it is that you desire, right? And what did I say about those colors? Listen, so again, it's like you have a lot of mystery to you, exactly what I was saying. I feel like you are somebody who has a lot of intelligence. So I feel like what is blocking your abundance is the deeper connecting and understanding that you have for yourself. Now, I do feel like you are learning to develop something in your life, whether it be a business, whether it be something within spirituality. Maybe there is a career path for you here in spirituality, or something within being a witch is really going to bring you a lot of abundance. Some of you are travelers as well. You like to travel, because I do feel like this reminds me of the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Some of you Rome, Italy, somewhere that you're going to travel, or there is something linked towards that. But yeah, you have the Page of Pentacles. I feel like you're at the beginning of something, you're starting something. This is going to be like a new adventure for you. So honestly, I feel like firstly, you need to let go of anything that feels restricting towards you, anything that doesn't bring you a lot of compassion. I feel like you are moving very slowly with your money, and what is blocking you or your money is a lot of this need to rush to have instant abundance. Now, I'm not saying that you can't, but right now what is restricting you is the way that you move, right? The way that you plan, the way that you really connect to what you're doing. And some of you, it may be root chakra energy, not feeling stability and security. So there is a fear here, maybe of even rejection, that really needs to be looked at. Now, I feel like the black cat is very significant to you. You are very protected on your path. I want you to know that. You know, what is restricting you is this carelessness. Either for your money, maybe some of you need to really save more. That is what's restricting your abundance, because maybe a lot of the money that you have continuously goes out, and that's not a bad thing, having flow with your money. But also, you know, if we think about Persephone, some of you, Hades is really coming in through you. You know, Hades really teaches also a lot of respect for money and wealth and how it is grown, Persephone as well, right? The changing of the seasons is very important. The way that we really connect with what we are planning, what we are creating in our life, the sacredness of what we are trying to build, right? And maybe you have a bit of a lack of that. Again, money is flying out his hands. So it's not that you're not abundant. It's the way that you are dealing with your money, the way that you are planning your next steps. Maybe some of you have this tendency to get very, like, I almost feel like you get very, slow moving sometimes. It's like, yes, you keep starting and stopping things, but you never really finish a project off, or you never really like take the time to finish what you're doing. Like, I almost feel like you procrastinate a bit, and that is real. I understand that, but then it's like, why are you procrastinating? Maybe it's something that you're missing about what you're doing, because I feel like what is not going to serve you is instant gratification. But the beauty of where you are, you know, especially with the page energy, you are young, some of you are young, or you're still learning. You're still learning no matter what age you are, and you never stop learning about money and wealth. So I feel like, again, it's about understanding yourself. And the color purple always reminds me of intelligence as well, not just psychic sense, but doing things with a plan. And, you know, if Hades and Persephone are coming through, you know, I personally, I see Hades is very smart. King Hades is very intelligent with the way that he moves, and I feel like maybe you even underestimate yourself, and that is what's really restricting your abundance here, right? So you guys have galactic, again, food and money. You may not come from a lot of wealth. You may have past lives here where you always felt very disconnected to your foundation, to what you were creating. And some of you actually didn't grow up with a lot of money, whether it be in this physical life, maybe it's right now, and for others in past lives, it was, you know, someone once said to me, it's kind of like you were always trying to be fed, right? You couldn't eat unless you were fed, and that is kind of the energy that I feel like you're kind of stuck in. Now, you are starseeds, again, you are very connected to spirituality, faith, and I feel like your journey is very much to do with magic. And when you start to awaken to your own magic and your own potential, it's very powerful. The goddess Hecate taught me that very strongly, around owning your magic and, you know, really believing in what you are doing. Because, you know, one of the first things she taught me was, don't do anything if you have fear, right? Don't go into any spell work, any decisions in life if you have fear for something, because it's only going to end up in disaster. It's only going to be like short breadcrumbed. Have faith in what you do and do it because it means something to you. Don't recklessly just create, right? And I feel like what is restricting you is this, right? Learning to get out of the poverty mindset, to not only appreciate money, right? Because with poverty comes appreciation, gratitude for what we have, but also learning that you are more than what you are creating. It's not just about the money for you, right? What is restricting your abundance is really being able to connect to your faith, to the unknown. And I feel like this is the vibe that is really coming in for you. Now, they are saying to me you are very multi-talented. Some of you, I'm seeing spell oils here that are really going to help you. Or maybe you are, as an everyday witch, wanting to create a spell oil. There's something that you're creating though. It doesn't have to be linked to magic. It could be just wanting to create more abundance. But honestly, I feel like it's going to come from something that you love. It's going to come from something that means something to you, because you have grown up in past lives, even in this life, not having much, and it's the value that you hold. That doesn't mean that you are never going to get money, because look, money is always flowing. It doesn't matter whether it's good money, bad money, it is flowing. Everyone has access to it, but it's the deeper soul's purpose and meaning of what you are creating that is important. So what is restricting your abundance? You have a lot of options coming in towards you. I want you to know that. So again, multi-talented. I feel like you have more than one thing that you are creating. Now, I feel like what is restricting you, and I'm seeing from this deck, money restrictions, what is really restricting your abundance is not really practicing and spending time with what you want to do. My best advice for you is to really start to get into the vibration of what you want to connect with, your manifestations. What is going to benefit you? Revisit the drawing board. Revisit manifestations. Figure out, what is your vision? What am I trying to create? What is the abundance that I'm trying to create? Because I feel like what restricts you is this ability to not speak well or think well about what you're creating. And I get it, it's not easy, especially when you're not always seeing the abundance. Maybe you get, again, a lot of short abundance, but it's never really long lasting because it has to keep flowing and going out. But I feel like, again, with counseling, there is something here about the words that you speak around your projects, your business here, just around your life. What is restricting you is your words, your ability to heal. So like I said, having compassion and understanding for your journey. Unfortunately, your journey comes with a lot of lessons. So you are having to heal, whether it's seeing a counsellor, being a counsellor. You have a deeper purpose here. And again, everything that you do is within. It's within magic. It's within the laws of the universe. So what is really going to benefit you and stop restricting what you are trying to create is freeing the things that are keeping you restricted in the first place, right? So a lot of you, again, firstly, it's the words that are restricting you, your ability to save and deal with money, your poverty wounds here. The animals really guide you as well. So let's take a look. The Hermit just fell. So deep inner reflection, like I said, is going to be needed. You need to undergo some kind of counseling. That is what's restricting you. There is a wound here. Now, we're going to take a look at that wound. Firstly, some of the wound is to do with money, of course, like we've just discussed. Poverty wounds, never feeling like you have enough. So you need to be looking deep within that. So what is the wound that is really restricting you here from having a lot of abundance? What do you need more deep inner reflection around? So again, I feel like that, look, the energy of the fire, manifestation, right? You are able to manifest anything that you want, but I feel like for you, it's this energy of deeper learning and understanding of why everything is happening in your life. You know what they're showing me is that you need to switch things around. So if you are waking up every day and you're feeling like piss poor, I don't feel like I have anything to offer, I don't believe in myself, I feel like money is never coming in, then you need to start getting into the vibration of feeling abundant. Because the more that you understand why you feel like that, it may come from a deep fear of rejection. It may come from a deep fear of failure. Some of you, it's security, not having a house, maybe not being on the same journey as everyone else. That is also a wound. You need to start going through some deeper healing through this, right? Whether it's through meditation itself. Some of you, a spiritual counselor, spiritual teacher would really benefit you to really helping you really understand. Now again, maybe you want to book a reading, maybe you want to listen to tarot online, but you need to start really getting the understanding for what is really restricting you, what is really keeping you in this negative place. They're showing me a lot of blacks around you, so depression, maybe feeling alone, a lack of direction. Like I feel like you need to start reconnecting with who you are, the values that you offer. And I feel like going into this deep inner reflection is going to bring you so much light. Now with that is amazing, because here's the owl as well, right? One of Hades' animals. Some of you, King Hades would be great to work with you, because I feel like there is a deeper understanding of money that needs to be understood here, where money comes from, how money flows, you know, what why money has always been restricted in your life. Maybe it's through parents, through family. Some of you are really healing generational wounds here. Now for others, you may be a spiritual teacher yourself, but look, with being a spiritual teacher, let me just tell you as one myself, comes deeper inner knowing. Some of you are actually going to do a 180 or a 360 here. And you are going to learn how to heal your money so you can help others heal their money. So you can help others go on this same path that you have. You're going to restore some kind of generational wealth. And it's not only going to help you eat, but it's going to help everyone eat at the same table. So I feel like the energy here is, you know, what is really restricting you is yourself. Yeah, some of you have really had failed dreams here, or your dreams, I don't know, what you're trying to create here, this business, this project, this spiritual path, has not always worked out because you haven't come from a lot of love and support. You have not come from people who have mastered this. Some of you have come from failed relationships, failed parent relationships, a lack of harmony and support in your life, like maybe not even a good relationship with family. You haven't had this good round table is what I'm seeing in my vision, and it's all deeply connected because you are creating this new table for yourself where everybody can eat, and you are learning to really free a lot of what really restricts you, what restrains you. For some of you, you've had past lives where you were really restrained from eating, restrained from receiving, from being yourself. This is what you are really clearing, and this is what's blocking your abundance. But in order to free this, it's going to mean that you need to go deep within. Look how his legs are tied up, but his mind is free. So it's all about creating that new perspective. When you heal something, it's about putting a new vibration in place. By releasing the past, the death card, I'm telling you, Hades is helping you release the burdens here, release the hurt and the restraint that you're feeling, because you are creating a brand new cycle. And I'm seeing a bow here, like, you know, when you tie your trainers or your sneakers and you tie a bow, that is what I'm seeing, like it's coming full circle. And some of you right now are in the place where you feel, you know, like, I feel like I'm constantly healing, I'm constantly clearing, but I'm never really getting anything. But now you are really receiving, you're moving into that right vibration. But some of you really had to end and let go of this suffering mindset. Maybe you were constantly focused on family, and that was what was restricting your abundance, feeling unloved and unworthy. But I feel like whatever you've been through recently has helped you see and have a deeper understanding of where you're going. And you see, this reading has just gone back full circle, because it's like they're showing me now. It's like now you are at this place where you are ready for something new. You're ready to start something new with your money. And it means something different. So whether you are at the place of starting something new, whether you're at the place of going back in the cycle and healing, it all comes full cycle. And in a way that is kind of Hades energy, right? Because Hades is the one to house us all. So yeah, it's coming full circle for you. So what is your guidance here and your advice? So look, I feel like in the future or coming soon, you are going to have a group of people to help you to expand. It could be a new workplace that you are going to feel free in, to be yourself, to add value to what you are creating. For others, it's going to be other spiritualists you meet. It's going to be developing your money, your magic. You're going to start to see, you know, like on a map. I'm seeing like pins on a map. You're going to be able to locate, this is where my money's coming from. This is what I'm creating. It's almost as if you had to really go back to the drawing board here a little bit. But right now, I actually feel like for a lot of you, you are feeling alone and you are feeling a bit restricted, right? But what is going to help you is by starting to clear out these swords, start to pull them out the ground, right? You are no longer stuck. You are seeing clearly. So start small with what needs healing for you. You know, what really helps is just by honoring your feelings, honestly. If you feel really restricted right now, go and get a shadow work journal and work through why you feel restricted. What is it that's making you feel not good enough? And where is that wound coming from? Is it coming from in a child, in a teen? You have to locate it, and one by one, you're going to release these thoughts. The journey looks very lonely for you right now, but I feel like they are only saying it's lonely because you are learning to really reconnect with your gifts, your magic, what you are creating. And again, I feel like you guys, in order to get your abundance flowing, you need to go back to some sort of drawing board here. Get a journal, a notebook, whatever. Write down what you are trying to create, because some of you, yes, you may want money, but what is that money used for? What is it? You know, you need to kind of get back to starting at the beginning. And I said this to myself today, actually. It's like all these billionaires, businessmen, businesswomen, they all started from nothing. They all started from scratch, from, you know, poverty mindsets, poverty wounds. They all started from just an idea, just from a vision. So this is what you need to start connecting with again, your vision, because some of you may find your vision is different than what you started with. And this is really what's going to help you. Now, I feel like they're showing me like unlocked levels here. It's like you're unlocking the levels, okay? Work with Hades if you would like. I feel like he'd be great for really helping you understand wealth. For others of you, this is about how you can free yourself as much as possible. How can you restore that faith and balance into yourself? Because please remember, you are of faith. Do the healing that needs to be done. You are making it through. And I do see a lot of money coming in because of that. But it's starting slowly and it's starting small. Start to recreate your life, babe. I love you. Let's move on. Pile 2, the Cosmic Cycles Tarot. This is your reading. So we are going to jump straight in. I am going to be picking from a few different decks here. So firstly, I am seeing the color yellow, the color green here. So you have a lot of growth and fruition coming towards you. Now, there is something about the autumn season, right? Like I'm seeing like harvest festival vibes, the growth of new energy coming towards you, from the changing of seasons, from going from summer to autumn, releasing things. This is where I feel like you're on the verge of creating a new crop. Now, I'm not a farmer, I don't know how it works, when the best season for them to grow is, but there is something definitely linked to the seasons here, and like being prepared to receive a lot of like fruition is what I'm seeing, to receive from your crops and then to restart, right? You know what I'm seeing, Tinkerbell, you know, the movie. I don't know if you guys have seen, I can't remember what it is that they are getting their crops ready for, but it's the closing of winter. You know, when winter comes in, they can't grow anymore, right? Things are not in season. That is what I'm hearing. It's almost as if like you're about to receive everything that you've created for this season. But what is really restricting you right now is your ability to really accept. Like some of you, it's acceptance of this growth that you've created. It's feeling maybe like you have nothing to your name is what I'm hearing. So let's take a look at the energy. What is restricting you from receiving your abundance? Yeah, you guys have Ghost. So I feel like you have a lot of past loved ones that come in towards you, right? Again, disruption. Something has been really delayed for you. And I feel like here with Ghost, you have a past loved one that definitely comes towards you, or an ancestor. Some of you, it's your spirit guides. But what I'm seeing is that some of you feel like you have not received. You have not received, you know, again, your season of crops. Maybe you feel very empty, very confused right now. The color gray can be very confusing, very vague, but I actually feel like you don't realize where you're at the verge of something amazing. And I feel like what you need right now is a lot of comfort. What is going to really bring your abundance in is love and comfort, love and support for what you do. Knowing that you don't have to do everything alone. You know, some of you are really deeply connected to the moon cycles, right? The cosmic cycles, to, you know, the cosmos as a whole. Maybe you really enjoy astrology, learning about where the moon is and what's in retrograde. Like, you have very hidden talents here. Some of you, you know what I see is like somebody who has exams but does a bit of a spell to bring the exam right, or to make sure they pass their exams. What's that TikTok sounds? I will pass all my exams. Like, that is what I'm seeing. You have a bit of this hidden stuff that you don't really show anyone, which is good, right? But I feel like your ability to believe in what you are creating, that is what the energy is here, right? Learning to see that you can achieve, even if it always doesn't see. Some of you, it's even gratitude for the small things that you have. That is what's restricting your abundance. And most of all, with intuition, trust that divine has got your back. Your spirit guides, your past loved ones, they have got your back. So don't feel like you're going without. And you know, some of you, again, it's forgiveness. It's just like connecting with this place of understanding. Now, I've been talking about forgiveness a lot recently. Forgiveness doesn't mean that you have to forgive people, right? Or you have to forgive the energy around what you're creating. But it's more the understanding of why you live, the understanding of why you create here, right? I do see a lot of angels. Okay, I can't remember who the angel of like talents and art is, but you definitely have like angels here really connecting with you, that follow this path. You have a lot of support around you. So I feel like, yeah, in past lives, you really moved around a lot. You were somebody who created always. It was kind of like nothing was ever promised in your past life. If you had a good crop, you had a good crop. Some of you moved around to the point where it's like you had to keep starting over and over again from scratch. And this is your gift, being able to start over and over again from scratch, whether it's starting a new plant, whether it's growing something new, starting a new spell. Again, the energy of spell work. Yes, spell work can be very long lasting if you let the intention be that, you know, but it's the energy of like restarting a new spell, clearing out your old spell. This is kind of the vibration that they want you to connect with. Because there is an energy here of feeling like, damn, sometimes I'm winning, sometimes I'm losing. Like, why can't my life ever be consistent? But the beauty of moving and the beauty of movement is you get to see different things in different places. And you're somebody who starts from scratch. You have the ability to rebirth. The phoenix is here as well. Again, very talented, creative vibe and energy, spirituality and religion. You had faith in past lives. That's what guided you. It wasn't your skills necessarily. It wasn't, you know, again, like one person bringing food on the table. It was your connection to yourself, because spirituality is self, divine source, religion. It was your God, right? You prayed for what you had, and what came in was infinite. It wasn't ever something secure, right? Especially with ghost, it was something that you couldn't always see, something that you couldn't always feel. So what is restricting you is your ability to understand faith, to understand phobias and fears here. Again, faith is what connects you. And that does not mean that you have to pray every day, but it's this energy of trust and faith that the universe has your back. That's what guides you. That's what creates something new. Again, yoga for some of you, right? This ability to connect with the divine source and magic. So I don't know if you have something going on in terms of career with magic, if you feel like you're not getting anything that's permanent, but I don't feel like, it's not that you're not going to, but you're not meant to. Like, you're supposed to be somebody who moves places. Maybe like, you know, you really want to buy a house or you want to buy a car, but it's like Spirit is saying you're not supposed to do that. That doesn't mean that you can't, but it's the energy of like, why buy and be stuck in one place when you can rent or you can move around the world, right? You're supposed to travel, for some of you, to share your gift, to share your experiences, to gain new experience, right? They're trying to show you the gift of movement, and what is restricting you is your ability to go back on that, on your own energy. Again, infinite abundance. What did I say about you guys eating? It's like, not every crop that you grow is going to bring you abundance, but the one that does is what's important, right? It's about not only just being grateful, but, and I'm not saying that you're not grateful, but it's this energy of connectivity with your gift and your magic. You can get money all the time, at any time. You know, there is a woman on TikTok quite a while ago, who shared her manifestation on how she manifests a large group of money at one time, and as soon as that runs out, she manifests it again, and she lives like that. She doesn't live in a very restricting place. She doesn't live where, to the point where it's like she always has like a job that gives her money. She manifests that money every time, a large amount. She'll live off that money for a little bit and then she'll manifest it again. And this is kind of the vibe that you're moving into. So honestly, what restricts you is just not enjoying your life, not having harmony, right? I don't feel like you've come from a very happy household or a foundation that you really enjoy. Maybe you have family challenges here. Again, like Two of Cups energy, you've come from a lot of endings to relationships, and it's kind of like, well, what's next for me, you know? What is mine to hold? Nothing has ever been certain for you, and I feel like you are low-key tired of having the shortcomings, but it's going to bring you so many blessings you don't even understand. So you're supposed to enjoy life. Don't keep yourself restricted in one place to one certain thing. Like, yes, your spirit guides want you to manifest. Look, the High Priestess, you're a witch, you're a psychic, you're of spirituality. Even if you have a job that holds you down, you have the ability to create the life that you want, babe. But it comes from trust and faith. It comes from divine inner knowing. The High Priestess does not doubt herself, because she sees, she knows what's coming towards her. She knows, you know, how the universe works, how astrology works. And some of you, I'm hearing like a spirit guide say, like, you love astrology so much, but you don't believe when it comes to your own stuff. You don't believe when it comes to having your own faith. So you are supposed to live a life of freedom, because you are always somebody who had to rely on others. You come from a place where it's like you were constantly never had a home. This is your gift to the universe, to have infinite abundance and be able to travel. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not sitting here saying that you should quit your job tomorrow, but it's going to take deep inner knowing. The Eight of Swords, you need to look at what restricts you within. Sometimes it's low self-esteem, low self-worth, low self-confidence. You know, it's not believing in your magic as well. And sometimes people forget that the High Priestess is human too. But you are keeping yourself indoors or locked to a certain person, a certain vibration. And the universe is like, there are people that want to meet you. There are people that want to give you money. There are people that want to make your life happy and worth something. And it's not going to happen in the place that you're at. So here's what I'm going to say. You need to be creating something that is worthwhile for you. If that means spending 10 times outdoors every single day to go and meet new people, to go and experience new things, go and do that. And don't get me wrong, I know we need money to do things, but I just feel like wherever you go, your spirituality goes with you. Your divine source magic goes within you, because you are the gift of your life. And what restricts you is you holding yourself back, allowing other people to hold you back in a sense. I feel like some of you may live with someone that you don't like, could be a roommate. I do see a relationship here that restricts you as well. But it's like, go and create something out of your life. Go and manifest it. If you wake up tomorrow and you say, I want to have the best day of my life, guess what? It's possible. right? But it's not going to be possible if we think about everything that happens. And again, with ghosts, you're not supposed to know everything. The universe is supposed to surprise you. That is life. We're not supposed to live in this environment where it's like, tomorrow I go to work, the next day I do this. Like, they want you to switch things up a bit. And again, you have responsibilities, you have things to do. We completely understand. But there is space for new things in your life. But it's up to you to be able to open your mind to do that. And if you're sitting here and saying, well, it's not possible, it's definitely not possible, then maybe it's your mind that needs to change, right? Six of Pentacles, again, what's restricting your abundance is not meeting new people, not going out and sharing your wealth, sharing your life, right? It's almost as if like you're ready to just receive, but money is flow. Sometimes we have to give as well, and you deserve to give the world your light. So that is what your guidance is, to go out and go and make something that is worthwhile for you. And don't be scared, right? You have to work through your phobias, your fears. King of Swords. You need to start making plans to travel. Even if it's a plan, give the universe something that they can bring you, right? As you're learning to manifest your money, some of you are learning that. Learn about the history of the world for some of you. Some of you want to do like a road trip travel. Whether it's a day, a weekend, go and plan something. But like I said, it's never going to be possible if you don't plan it. It's always just going to be something, well, like in the back of your mind, well, I'll do that tomorrow. I'll do that next year. But until you actually sit down and say, this is where I'm going to go. This is what I'm going to achieve. Some of you, it's a mood board, right? 2024 is coming. Make your mood board. Make your experiences. You know? Yes, have physical things that you want to manifest, but some of you are needing to start really using your own intelligence here, your own decisions to create new experiences. Go and spend money on experiences. You don't even need to spend money on experiences. Just being outside is an experience. But I feel like you have this real level up coming in. Now, some of you are actually going to find a new job in a new place. I'm hearing a new state for some of you if you're in America, but yeah, some of you, somebody's even going to come in and help you. This could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Either you're going to work in somewhere where it's like authority, maybe you'll go around and help people, or you're going to start taking life more seriously. Something about even like a person in authority is going to help you. Some of you have a fear of safety as well, but I feel like you have some kind of law enforcement on your side. Like, it's going to be like gift of the universe, earth angels. You're going to have earth angels to help you, okay? You can do this. Go and spread your talents. You've got this, okay? I love you. Pile 3, you are the Modern Witch Tarot deck. So honestly, you guys, I feel very tired. I feel exhausted, and honestly, I've just spoken a lot for the last 2 piles, I feel like. But also, I haven't really taken the time to eat properly today, to drink properly, and I feel like this is what's restricting your abundance. You are burning yourself out, and this may be causing delays for you. This is causing like deep wounds to your abundance, right? Now, honestly, I feel like what they're saying to me, look, you are somebody who has a lot of strength. You are always the strength of the group, strength of people. Like, you really hold yourself to high standards. Maybe you have high expectations, not only for yourself but for others. And I feel like you really burn yourselves out to the point where things just don't work. You don't know how to surrender. You don't know how to take a break, and I feel like you really try to force situations in your life, and that's what really restricts your money, right? Now, again, I don't even feel like this is just within work, but within love. Some of you, what restricts your abundance is your love situations, because it's like you never know how to give up, how to surrender. And some of you, maybe it's this wound of feeling like surrender is giving up and you have to keep going, but you don't. You don't have to keep going. You can take a break. And I, learned this recently myself. You don't always have to burn yourselves out. Do things when things are right, because otherwise you get frustrated, your mood is low. If you don't eat enough and take care of yourself, you end up feeling like you are less than, like you're not achieving, and then you find yourself going through all these negative emotions and thoughts and subconscious feelings that you hold deep within. And while it's good to let it go, I just feel like you come from this energy where it's like, if I give up, I'm a failure, it means I'm weak. If I show my vulnerability, it means I'm weak. But Spirit is saying, if you don't show yourself truth and emotion, if you don't give yourself that minute to just take it slow, then you are going to be constantly feeling this battle and this weight, and things are not working out. Your money's not really coming in. Now, some of you are abundant. Money does come towards you, but how does it make you feel is what the issue is, right? It's about how you feel deep within. Because a lot of these solid colors, again, finances, you're supposed to be very wealthy, or you are very wealthy. Some of you, I'm even hearing, you could work in a bank, you could work in like a very physical structure. I'm getting some of you work in authority. Maybe you work at like a bank, or like within the government. You have a very, some of you, corporate job. If it's not a corporate job, I feel like in past lives you had a very important role around money. Again, maybe it was like, maybe you were the tax man or the tax woman, right? You were the person to collect the tax in a past life, because you could be any gender in a past life. But yeah, you were somebody who dealt with a lot of money, and sometimes I feel like you didn't always have a lot of money as well, and that meant you had to be strong. You had to make sure that you didn't feel hungry, you didn't take care of yourself because you had an important job. You can't look weak, or you had that kind of mentality, I feel. So what restricts you is not seeing the truth within yourself, not really giving your money a chance to flow here. Yeah, it was very much work or don't work at all. Work and don't receive. Some of you as well, you overworked. Your mother may really come up here as well. Okay, but I feel like breaking through this wisdom. Unicorns represent manifestation and magic. So knowing that money is always with you, it's always flowing with you, you are wealthy, whether you take a break or you don't. But I feel like this structure of needing to always be in alignment needs to be broken down. You need to break down this wound, because it doesn't serve you. It only keeps you indecisive for longer. So you have decisions here coming in, change, career change. Some of you are realizing you want either a more serious job or you want a more laid back job. But I also feel like the way that you work is very important. Now, the angels are very consistent here. I don't know who you are, but you're about to receive a ton of wealth. Like, I swear, a ton of wealth. And I feel like something is really breaking within you as well. I feel like my hair bubble just broke then, or my hair elastic. I just heard it break. So I feel like something is breaking within you, and it's going to free you. Some of you are very talented. Maybe you like to draw. Maybe you're deciding, I don't want to live out just working day in and day out. I want to do something fun, something that really inspires me. So expect to have new things here coming towards you. But yeah, we got to break this mindset, because it ain't happening anymore. It ain't worth it. Let's take a look. What is restricting your abundance and money flow? Okay, so I feel like they're showing me that as you are breaking boundaries, you are realizing the truth with people here. people that no longer serve you. I see a relationship. I see putting up better boundaries with people, not always being the person that people have to rely on or people have to walk all over, or maybe even like people have to look up to. You are taking a new career path here, and you're saying, I want to learn more about my talents. I want to learn more about myself. I want to learn more about where money comes from. Some of you are even like finding your spiritual journey. You're finding like spiritual healing. You're awakening to spirituality. And I feel like more and more people each year are awakening to, you know, the energy of just wanting to live a free life. And this is you creating something new for yourself. Yeah, so you're definitely going to have some kind of routine change. There's going to be change to money and savings. I had to just put a crystal bracelet in my hair to stop it from falling because the elastic broke, but we're going to move forward, so just ignore that. As I was saying, I feel like you're definitely going to have a change to the way that you deal with finances, to the way that you deal with money. You're no longer feeling guided to a certain path, is what I'm seeing. You're no longer feeling forced with what you want to work. So either you are wanting to create more finances, or you're putting your finances to better use. Maybe it's, you know, again, taking time off work if needs be, you know, to really just go and spread your wings. Like, I feel like the energy here is like, you just want to invest in things that you love. It's not always about like, I need to pay my bills, I need to, you know, buy a house. And I said this, I think, for Pearl too. Like, some of you are not supposed to buy a house, or some of you are not supposed to spend your money on just being still and being in this restricted environment. You're supposed to go and do things. Now, I'm not being delulu. I know, look, we have bills to pay, we have things that we need to take care of, and I get that. But I feel like for some of you, it's more about, you know, wanting to put your money towards something that matters. So maybe you're going to take a course here. Like, you are going to be working hard, but it's just something that you truly want to do, something that you truly love. Some of you are even taking a new spiritual path. You're learning about your love, you're manifesting new money, right? Some of you were feeling so overwhelmed before with what direction you wanted to move to, but I feel like you are going to start to gain this understanding of who you are, the tools that you have around you, what is your skill and talent. I even see some of you are finding a skill and a talent in something that you didn't think that was possible. Like, for me, when I first started tarot, one of the first things I said, I would never learn tarot. I could never, like, how do people even do that? But lo and behold, I've learned tarot. So it's something that you always put to the back burner, that you always don't think is possible, but it's happening, it's possible. And you are starting to create more love and experience around you. Now, some of you, even if it's to do with love, like, I feel like your relationships are going to improve, the right ones for you, because it's almost as if like you're going to start to get out of this, like, not to be harsh, but miserable, depressing mindset, or just feeling so drained and like, damn, when do I ever have time for myself energy. And you're going to start to like give out a better vibe and a better vibration. And no judgment, we've all been on it through our spiritual journeys. We've all changed our negative mindsets, or realized where we were lacking in our lives and where we needed to be a bit more positive. And this is what you're doing. And you're manifesting something new, a new job, a new career, whatever it is that you want to do, it's possible. Okay, so I feel like what continues to restrict you is by telling yourself that you can't. Like I said, you're going to meet some of you Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces here. I do see like Sag energy, Earth energy as well, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. There are new people to meet here. Somebody's going to offer you a new relationship that is going to take over your life. But yeah, I just feel like you need to learn this lesson of value and life and experience, and collectively a lot of us are going through that. So new contracts are coming in. What is going to restrict you though is by feeling sorry for yourself, feeling like, you know, you have to adhere to something. You don't. anything's possible, you know. There are people in this world that one day just decide they want to go and travel for 6 months. Some of you want to take a gap year. It's possible. Do what you got to do, because at the end of the day, your life matters, right? The experience that you create, the job that you work in. Never feel like money is never going to find you again. I know it can be scary, and sometimes we have to have that intelligence when we do things. If we're always reckless, then we're always going to create reckless experience. But if you go into the energy of a new start, a new vibe, new location, new planning, if you have the wisdom and the intelligence when you do things, especially when it comes to spirituality, or making any like life-changing decision, ending old decisions as well, old lifestyles, old chapters. If you take your time to do it properly, you can create a brand new life for yourself like this. It takes magic, it takes understanding, yes, but it can happen as soon as you say so. So I'm not saying you should go and quit your job, you should stop paying your bills, but it's like, I almost see like the revolution of your life. It's like you're finally just saying, no, I'm not living my life like this, pining after people who don't give me the time of day. Some of you are in no contact situations. So what is restricting your abundance is this fear and this lack of determination. Now, what I will say is don't rush forwards, because it's not going to work for you. You have to take your time, unlock deeper meanings within yourself, figure out like what really brings you happiness, or, you know, what you want to start being in your life, because you're not supposed to know what makes you happy. You're supposed to go and experience happiness and experience relationships, but it's possible to do so. I want you to know that. First and foremost, adapt to the situation. When my hair tie and broken, I adapted to the situation, and here we have a crystal bracelet in my hair, right? Adapt to the situation and do it with love. So your advice, yeah, 6 months, you're really going to be in a different place, right? A lot of you, 11 days is also what I'm hearing. You are manifesting a brand new life for yourself. A new door is opening, and you are awakening to the truth in relationships. Now, I want you to know that awakening to the truth isn't always good and glory. It isn't always excitement and manifestation. Sometimes the moon card can reveal things to us that are deeply hidden, our deep emotions, right? Because the moon follows emotions. Sometimes it's the things that we've been procrastinating on, the things that we've been neglecting, but it's going to reveal something amazing. So whether it's the ending of a relationship that comes towards you, whether it's the ending of people and places, know that something better is going to come of this. It's not always beautiful, the truth. Sometimes it's harsh, it's ugly, it's fearful, but I want you to see the deeper purpose in creating happiness in your life, okay? You have got this, pile 3. I love you. I will see you in the next one.